So, it's been 10 years, almost 10 years, since the last Toy Story movie came out, and I just saw it today. So, what do I think? Okay, so I came in probably with what most people came in with doubts that this was going to be a necessary film to make, and that it was just a product of Disney corporatism. But probably like also a lot of people, I was wrong. It kind of did end on a cliffhanger of sorts, but I feel like basically I should tell everyone that from now on there's going to be spoilers in this review, but that they kind of retired the character of Woody in a way by having him be together with Bo Peep, but that's getting ahead of myself. So yeah, this film has to do with Bonnie being with Woody and the gang for a while now, and of course Bonnie making a friend called Forky, which is a fork that comes to life by being made out of arts and crafts materials, and then him trying to throw himself away and Woody trying to save him throughout the film. One of the big catalysts for this film is that Bonnie's family goes on vacation with her with an RV, and they get lost, and they kind of reunite in a town that has a carnival in it, but then things kind of go awry. Now you know the plot. What did I like about the movie? The characters are all there. All the characters get kind of an equal voice, which is something that a lot of the reviewers picked out. It's actually got archival voice acting from Don Rickles, the voice of Mr. Potato Head, so that's interesting. I think pretty much other than that, everyone pretty much reprised their roles as, living voice actors. It was interesting because, it had a lot of philosophical moments, like the character Forky, he becomes alive and he kind of changes his outlook of life, of what his role is as a toy. Another big theme that's discussed throughout the movie is relationships between owner, gang and owner, do you need an owner, that kind of thing. And the character of Bo Peep, who disappears in the third movie, comes back in this movie, and she thinks that she's kind of a free spirit that exists as kind of a public toy within a small town's toy box, so she gets to be played with but never has to attach herself to every single owner, but she still gets played with. The other theme is completeness that you kind of see in this doll, Gabby Gabby. I'll let you guys figure that one out by seeing it in the movies. It was kind of creepy. I think the animation was great. A lot of water effects were perfect in this. People think that Cars 2 had perfect water effects. I think they should watch this film. At the very beginning with RC, you get to see him sadly swept away by water. The water that you see in both the rain and in the mud stream that sweeps him away is very realistic, as well as there's a lot of weird realistic dust and cobweb effects in the antique toy shop that's basically in a lot of the movie. That was interesting. As for the plot, it was a bit underwhelming, but they made a lot to do with a tiny amount of a location, which is what Toy Story does best. What else? They seem to rip off a huge plot element from the Brave Little Toaster, which was with the antique shop and having your parts used for other appliances, but it didn't feel as ripped off as the third one, which is kind of like a rehash of, we gotta find the Little Master, and now the Little Master's grown up and all that. With Andy, of course, being Little Master in the third movie. But the final note, I really don't care if this is the last Toy Story movie or not. I'm really amazed with the way they handled the sequel. At this point, I think Pixar really can't do wrong. It can never really make a forced sequel, even if it was not a necessary sequel. Yeah, it kind of feels a bit like a TV show at this point, with huge lapses in time and chronology. I think that they kind of meant to end it this one, because at this point it would just be forced. It's kind of amazing they're making this go on for 25 years. I really applaud that. It felt just as good as the other ones. Is this the best film? I don't know. I think 3 was the best film, but I don't know. Go check it out for yourself, guys. Thank you for watching this rather haphazard review. This is Mr. Fiction Official. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.